Stella will get her groove back with a
Well,
younger
my
guy.
groove ain't gone nowhere. My groove is all here, honey. A lot of situations where one partner is much older than the other partner, there is usually money involved.
You must admit that a younger man is likely to be far more adventurous in bed.
A lot of older men do not like strong, older, intelligent women. They don't. They like the young, flighty girl.
I ended up dating a younger man. Why? Because.
But why not dare say cougar in this generation?
Why does it need to be labeled? Why is the term cougar used? I mean, age is just a number. And when a man dates a younger woman, he's not labeled. He's not called anything. It's acceptable. Society,
He's a boss.
Society
Yes,
looks
complimented
at it and smile and it's the norm. So why call a woman a cougar?
Personally, I don't really care about the title or not, but I do think that there is a double standard.
There is.
It is quite okay for Hugh Hefner to have 5 very young girls in their 20s when he's in his 80s, but one Vivica Fox dating 50 Cent was a headline. So there's clearly a double standard. But I'd like to be in a world, and I see it happening, and I hope we get there sooner rather than later, where we can just do what we want and date who we want to date, and everybody just live life and be happy.
I think it's slowly getting there.
Yes,
it's slowly getting there.
The reality is, it's about the persons in the relationship.
Yep.
So if you make it a problem, then it's going to be a problem. If it doesn't matter.
A lot of situations where one partner is much older than the other partner, there is usually money involved.
On
Whether
either
it's
side
the
of
older
us.
woman taking care of the younger man or the older man taking care of the younger woman, money is a factor of that union, and they know it, and it works for them.
But should we automatically assume that if
No,
an
we
older
shouldn't.
woman is dating a younger guy, she has to be one desperate, trying to get her groove back?
Really?
Yeah. Or she's maintaining that younger guy.
Okay,
for
somewhere
image.
along the line, I wasn't in that class.
Desperate? I don't know. I think she's kind of fly.
Okay.
So you have gone 10 years younger.
I have.
Yeah. And what was the decision to go that young?
First of all, I didn't know his age. It didn't matter. I found out his age after, and we were already friends, and it evolved into the relationship. Age doesn't matter. If you are able to be compatible in whatever matters to you, then you move along with the relationship.
Yep.
So I was not maintaining anyone.
How about your social circle? What was the reaction from friends? Oh, she's dating somebody 10 years younger.
We didn't even know.
Exactly.
We didn't know there was an age difference.
Exactly. You're just dating someone and then it's accepted. I had a girlfriend who would tease, but it was all in good fun. So she would say, let's see, you're a young guy. But then it was just in fun. I knew she was actually patting me on the back to say, go girl.
Big up you.
Exactly. So the reality is, society is the one that makes it an issue.
Yeah.
On either side of the spectrum. Less for men dating younger women than for women dating younger men. The reality is, whatever makes you comfortable, as in every sphere of your life, it's about you. You live one life. And if you are appreciative of that life, you try your best to enjoy it in whatever way. So if that comes with a younger partner, so be it.
Yeah, but let's call a spade though. There are some situations that are just factual. The thing is, a lot of older men don't like fabulous, intelligent older women. They're afraid of us. And that's the reason why they're more attracted to the younger girl. Because with the younger girl, they get to control her and tell her she can't work at that office because they don't like the fact that the man that works in the office will look her. When somebody like me, I go tell him, so what you mean? This is my job. I have a brain. Just the fact that the man will look me don't mean that I can't work here. I can deal with him. Let me handle that. So the fact is, a lot of older men do not like strong, older, intelligent women. They don't. They like the young, flighty girl.
And sometimes it is true that they are not interested in what the older woman is looking for.
Like
So
settling down, commitment, all of that good stuff.
And then you have the reverse where the woman who is no longer in her marriage. Like I have a girlfriend from high school. She got married to her high school sweetheart. She just a few months ago separated from her husband. So they've been in a marriage for close to 20 years. And she's now dating someone who's 6 years older than her oldest child. No, what matters to her is that she has gotten her children's blessing. That's all that matters to her. She's living her life. And she has found that this younger man caters to her, make her feel like a queen, and really treats her in a way that she's not accustomed. Because her husband had gotten so used to her being his wife. They had been in a marriage from high school. They were dating from high school. They got married shortly after high school. It's all they both knew. A lot of things became norm and was taken for granted. Now she's out of that situation and she's dating, and the young man wants to make sure that he keeps her, and he's treating her as she deserves, or as he thinks she deserves. And she's realizing, it's really this I did miss. It's really this.
But why she never come out of that sentence a long time?
Yes. Don't you think he's gonna get a little bit complacent at some point in time, as with most relationships?
But guess what? Yes, it may happen, but the reality is, and it can happen with any relationship, regardless of age, it is what you put in and what you continue to put into a relationship that makes the relationship work.
Of course.
Any relationship can become old. A relationship can be old within a month.
I refuse to accept that I'm supposed to be in a relationship that eventually becomes complacent, because the relationship doesn't become complacent on its own. The people in the relationship need to stop trying.
Exactly.
And the minute you stop trying, like as with anything in life, the minute you stop taking care of it, it's going to deteriorate. So I refuse to accept this thing where every time we're talking about relationships, we go, oh, let's get to a stage where we get old. Why? It's only get there if you allow it to get there. As long as you and your partner continue to be interested and
grow
to nurture your relationship, then you don't have to get there.
So y'all don't subscribe to the notion that Stella will get her groove back with a young
my
guy.
groove ain't gone nowhere. My groove is all here, honey. I'm not losing my groove at all.
It's just it's a fad in some cases. It's just something that is said. It doesn't really hold true to the statement. But you must admit that a younger man is likely to be far more adventurous in bed than an older man.
And eager to please. I like the attitude of a young gentleman. They're very eager to please.
Let's be fair.
Please be fair.
We can't do a stereotype. We shouldn't do a stereotype. There are men who are in their 40s and 50s who are fit and healthy and do enjoy a good sex life. We must admit that.
Yes.
All right? But remember, the norm is not that. The norm is they go with a young girl and the young girl strokes their ego, right? And a lot of time the young girl have a young guy, because the reality is he's really not satisfying her needs. So the young girl do her thing, but
tell him a bag of things and him say, yes, he's champion, he's stallion of the world, the universe.
Ladies, you really need to stop that. Tell them the truth.
As opposed to a young guy, he makes you feel like you're the champion of the world.
no, really, and again, it's just about the person. You can have a young guy who's lazy in bed, you know. Totally. It's just about the individual. However, more often than not, you'll find younger men to be eager and willing and adventurous. And
what I like about the young
ready to
gentleman,
learn?
I like his attitude, his youthful exuberance, especially when they recognize that you are, you're more experienced, and you have a little bit more to bring to the table. They come to you with an open mind saying the words, what do you want? Now that's an important question to ask somebody who you're having sexy time with. Thank you, my friend. Because a lot of times this question isn't asked at all, and this is important. You need to know what your partners want. Now you have some older men who have a thing named style. Now, a lot of time that style not going for the style, you know. But because the previous partners that they've had never told them that not going for the style, they figure that the style is working.
I think this is therapy for you, Shelley. So